Well, folks, I'm an idiot. I told Jay Dyer the wrong time to come on. And yeah, look at Megamind. I'm not Megamind now, even though my mind is big. It is a retarded mind. But yeah, I told Jay the wrong time. It is what it is. Jay's a good guy. Maybe he'll come on later. But we did send him multiple emails. He didn't respond to those emails. But I guess he only wants to talk to me because, you know, he's Jay Dyer. I don't know. But it is what it is. So sorry for teasing him earlier. He's not going to be on the show unless he answers his phone and then decides to come on later. So maybe that's like, you know, you can just wait and hang out. But really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We got lots to react to. So the first thing I want to react to, this guy is dominating. I don't know his name, but he's a strong black man that is asking Donald Trump if he can get involved with deporting these illegal immigrants. And I'll be honest, I want amnesty for big booty Latinas. So I don't know if I really want this guy getting all my big booty Latinas out of America, but I'll let you be the judge. So let's play the clip and then we'll react to it.
Hey, yo, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to get this to DJT. Get this to Donald J. Trump soon as possible. Hey, Donald Trump, listen here, bro. Hey, how much you paying per illegal? How much you paying per illegal? Cause I got about 50 over here, tall ones, like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", that I know can run a Mexican down in 0.3 seconds, easy. We can round their ass up for you. All you gotta do is let me know what the price is on their head. I got some niggas out here ready to get that money, man. You know what I'm saying? The dope game over with, Donald J. So let's make the new game catch an illegal, chase a Mexican, Venezuelan, Honduran.
Now, he said something very brilliant. He said the dope game is over. Now we want to use our resources on catching Mexicans. And I agree with him wholeheartedly. You talk about being 6'3", you know, fast as lightning. Hispanics typically are shorter, so they're not going to be able to climb and jump and run as well as a strong, sophisticated black man like himself. So I really like this idea. I think that we could actually weaponize these drug dealers. Instead of them selling the fentanyl-laced cocaine, we just give them an ICE badge and we let them go catch a bunch of Hispanics. That sounds like a winning plan. They get some money in the bank, shorty what you drank, and then we get rid of all the Hispanics that are committing crimes. And then, you know, maybe they actually have ulterior motives because they're probably losing in the drug game to all of these Hispanics that are able to work with the cartels and get these drugs in for lower prices, and they're able to probably mark them up with a, you know, bigger markup. So I don't know. Maybe there are ulterior motives with this guy, but I think what he said is very poignant. We can stop selling drugs and start catching Mexicans. That's the America that I want to live in. I want to live in an America where I walk down the street and a guy's not trying to sell me crack. That guy is on the lookout for an illegal Mexican with a rap sheet, like I said earlier, longer than a CVS receipt. So I would argue that one sophisticated black man like himself is equal to about 20 white ICE officers because he's faster, stronger, maybe not smarter, street smarter, maybe not book smarter. Let me clarify. And I think that this really would get rid of the problem because I'm sick of these Trinde Aruga guys coming here and doing Lake and Riley and having sexually assaulting her and then killing her at a gas station. I don't want that to happen anymore. So we need to get more drug dealers to stop selling drugs and to start catching these illegals. I love it. He loves it. I'm sure Donald Trump will love it. So if you're watching this show right now, please tweet to J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, Cash Patel, and even Dan Bongino. Why not? I know he's not part of the administration anymore, but, you know, he needs to know that we have a secret weapon. And that secret weapon is a 6'1" black man that has a 40-yard dash faster than lightning. I love it. You love it. We all love it. I know Trump loves it because Trump loves a black man. You see Cardi B's coming after Donald Trump, but you know who's not coming after Donald Trump? Nicki Minaj. Because Nicki Minaj is the only one that's honest about her feelings. And before 2016, every single rapper, all they did was rap about how much they loved Donald Trump and how they wanted gold and how they wanted to be like him. 50 Cent had him on his radio show and was kissing his derriere. And then as soon as he becomes president, they get these marching orders from their managers and these agents that tell them, hey, you got to not like Donald Trump. So I really have to give Nicki Minaj a lot of credit because she's getting totally canceled. She's getting totally bamboozled for not just, sticking with the status quo of hating Donald Trump. And, she might not be rewarded at the Grammys, but she's being rewarded by the people in our movement that appreciate her for being candid and being honest about her feelings when it comes to Donald Trump. So I love it. I know you love it. That black guy loves it. I'm sure Nicki Minaj would love it if we got a bunch of African-American agents to go catch these illegals, even though I don't know what her immigration status is. But that's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. If she's illegal, she deserves amnesty because she's got a big booty. Yes, she got that booty done in Brazil, and it was a Brazilian butt lift, but still it counts. It definitely counts. Now, that clip was so good. I have to go to another great clip. This is from a podcast that I love so much. It's called the Sessions Podcast. And let's play this, and I want to get your guys' reaction.
So I'm just trying to get your perspective. Is it appropriate as a grown man to use your blinker to tell people you going left, right, up, back, wherever you going? I don't.
If you know what a blinker really means, like, okay, I'm about to turn left. I want you to turn left with me. Like, you let people know your next move, because at that point, people going to copy, they going to follow you. When I drive, bro, I don't even put my headlights on. I just drive, no blinker, no headlights, I just move. Because at that point, bro, you can't see what I'm thinking. You can't know where I'm going. And in JC, the creek, bro, you don't know who's following you, bro. You don't know what's going to happen next. Because imagine I put my blinker on, I'm turning left to McDonald's. Boom, I can turn around, I can see 3 goons behind me going to McDonald's too.
Yeah.
Now I'm stuck, now I'm out of luck.
If anything, you should be doing the opposite blinker, so you people don't know what you're doing.
That's what I was thinking too.
See, that's genius. That is the super soldier ICE agent right there. If you think they're going right, they're not going right. They're going left. They might have the right blinker on. So that's how we trick these people. So these guys are brilliant. I love those 2 young gentlemen. I think that we all need to probably strive to be more like them. Never let them know your next move because the government is watching. They got a mass surveillance system on your derriere every second of the day. So never let them know your next move. That's the difference between you and I is that, yeah, I might be doing some shady stuff on the side, but I don't want, like he said, one of these goons coming up to me at McDonald's while I'm trying to get my hot fries. So I love this attitude. And I think that's the attitude of a super ICE agent. And everybody likes Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. That's a rap song, I know, done by a white guy, which is, kind of ironic, but I digress. What is important is that we can learn a lot from a culture that has been demonized in our country. And I want to say that I love the black man. I support the black man. And if you don't feel the same way, you're a racist. And guess what? There's probably some racists watching this show. I'll allow it. But if you don't think that that's the most brilliant podcast you've ever seen in your life, then you're the one that's smoking crack. And yes, those guys probably smoke crack. Ooh, it's a big deal. So does Hunter Biden. It's not that bad, okay? There are, instances where it can be medicinal. So I love this attitude. I love this strategy. It's very unorthodox. And desperate times call for desperate measures. And you never know these guys' next move. So if you're an illegal immigrant and you're trying to track down the ICE, it's, tracking you down, you couldn't find them. I mean, and you see these protesters in Minneapolis following these ICE agents. This would be a perfect strategy. And these people are idiot libtards. They see a guy put on their left blinker. They're going to turn left while the guy's going right. So they're going to be able to evade the protesters and catch the illegals. I've never thought of a better strategy in my life. And this comes down to Donald Trump reaching out to these young men because, like I said, these guys aren't your typical ICE agent. They're not your typical Department of Homeland Security agent. These guys are different. They're better. They're bigger, stronger, faster, blacker. And that matters. It does matter. We have the Super Bowl coming up this weekend. And guess what? The majority of the players in the Super Bowl are what color? Black. Why? Because they're bigger, stronger, faster. So when it comes to taking down an illegal gang member from Venezuela, a 6'1" African-American man with a 40-yard dash under 4.4 seconds would be the ultimate super ICE agent. I love it. You love it. I know Donald Trump will love it. So like I asked you to do earlier, this is a call to action. I need you to do whatever it takes to get this to the administration. They need to see both clips so that they can have context when it comes to how we can solve this immigration crisis. I believe if we put enough of these guys in Minneapolis, the immigration problem would be solved in probably 2 months because they're going to be out there catching 10, 15 guys, especially if you put a bounty on their head, you had some money in the bank, shorty what you drank. These guys are not going to stop. They're not going to sleep because money doesn't sleep. And that's the attitude that we need to have. Is cash money, rules everything around me. Cream, Wu-Tang Clan. That's me. I mean, I'm primetime Alex Stein. I'm 1/16th black, so I can talk like this, and everything that I said is kosher. So thank you to those young gentlemen for being so honest and so brave when it comes to solving America's problems. Like I said earlier, desperate times call for desperate measures. So if that means giving ex-felons guns so they can go chase down Trinde Aruga, I'm all for it. I love it, you love it, and I guarantee you President Trump will love it. Well, coming up after the break, we're going to talk about more race issues. That's right. There's not enough black coaches, apparently. Adam Schefter of ESPN is complaining that during the most recent cycle, they didn't hire enough African Americans. And you know what? I agree. Every coach should be black. Coming up next.